Hello everyone, hope you'll forgive me as I don't have my background set up, but I don't have a whole lot of time. However, I did want to do another book review, and today I'm doing The Simple Truth by David Baldacci. So, what's this book about? This inmate Rufus Harms, who was convicted 25 years ago of killing a little girl, he's filing an appeal, gives it to his lawyer, who passes it on to a clerk who happens to take a look at it. What he sees could possibly jeopardize the justice system as we see it. He goes to visit Rufus. Rufus realizes the mistake he's made. Some of the people that are watching over him in the prison are implicated in the plot. And lo and behold, that clerk, Michael Fisk, ends up getting killed. Rufus ends up breaking out of prison. So, the question is what really happened 25 years ago? Is Rufus truly responsible for the horrible murder that he was convicted of, or are there more sinister powers at work? Okay, so definitely a classic thriller, conspiracy, whatnot, which I always love. I always love the little, like, the seedy backdoor type of, powers that be that could be responsible for horrible acts that, now they're trying to keep hush-hush. I always love that trope. The protagonist, John Fisk, he is Michael Fisk's older brother. Like Michael, who's a clerk, John is he's a lawyer. He's a defense attorney who used to be a cop. He has an interesting backstory as to how he went from being a cop to a defense attorney, kind of on the other side of the justice system. And he's actually fantastic to follow. Definitely a man's man kind of protagonist. He's very, kind of holds all his emotions and whatnot inward. He's sort of he's definitely the protective kind of like he's the older brother, and he kind of reminds me of Atlas in a way, just kind of holding the weight of everything on his shoulders. Him and his brother did not have a good relationship. He is going to visit his mother, who has Alzheimer's, but she doesn't see him. She sees the younger brother, Michael, and his father is sort of a withdrawn character, just kind of dealing with the fact that his wife, love of his life, is now institutionalized for her Alzheimer's, and he's kind of by himself. John's great, when everything is against him. He's he's humorous, he's sarcastic. There's this FBI agent that's after him the whole time, who's convinced that he's responsible for the murder of his brother, Michael. And John's very sarcastic with him. There's a funny scene where they're looking for a gun that John may have used that the FBI agent thinks John may have used to kill his brother. And John's saying, "Oh, don't worry, the cop is he's in my office." "Well, what's taking him so long?" "Oh, he might have found the two bodies that were in my closet." That sarcasm. So he's very fun to follow. Definitely my favorite character. Rufus is great. Rufus is this big hulking guy but he's also a devout Christian. He's a fighter, but I'd say he's a reluctant fighter, doesn't enjoy what he's doing, even though everybody sees him as dangerous. Then there's Sarah, she was actually an assistant to Michael, who he was in love with, and then she has feelings actually for John, even before they supposedly meet, because of everything she hears about him. Okay, so how does the story progress? It's very, very interesting with just exactly who's behind it. When at the end of the book, when you really kind of see all the characters, all the guys that were behind the plot 25 years ago that put Rufus in prison, you can really see that John really has his work cut out for him. It all pieces together very well. There was a couple of typos in the book. I noticed that. I didn't know who edited this book, but they could have done a little bit of a better job. It's not too distracting, very forgivable. It was kind of slow at the start of the book. The book's about 435 pages, and things really don't hit the fan until about 100 pages in. However, the strength of that time is that you actually really start to like Michael before he dies. So, he's not just somebody that's killed off in the beginning. Okay, why? What happened? His character is very sympathetic. So early on, you kind of have a hate for the people that are responsible for his murder. Like I said, John's very identifiable, very relatable. Sarah, I think, was interesting. It's just with the whole how she kind of knew about John. She had kind of seen him in court without him knowing a couple times, and she kind of follows him around. So it's weird. She's that was kind of the off-putting part. She was kind of a stalker, really. Very kind of driven to be not like to a creepy point, to a creepy extent, but just sort of like odd. Which I thought was kind of like outside a normal female romantic lead character. What else is there to say? I think that's about it. Very satisfying legal thriller. You can tell that David Baldacci really has a lot of experience in the legal proceedings. And so I really recommend this book for people that are into legal thrillers, people that would like James Patterson, John Grisham. I recommend this book. And yeah, so please check it out. I would give this 4 out of 5 stars. Very good climactic ending. In a way, also realistic, just with how everything ends up. I also love Rufus's older brother, Josh, who helps him break out. Josh is very, very grizzled, very kind of like the opposite of his brother, but very caring. He's a lot of fun, just kind of that. I always love the cynical characters. Anyway, so yeah, I do recommend that you check it out. And if you like this video, please follow and subscribe and comment below. If you also love crime thrillers, check out my books at jamesmichaelsbooks.com. You can find them on there. Click on, they'll hyperlink you to the Amazon page where you'll see the reviews and the synopses and just, of course, where you can buy them, of course. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out.